What's on the upside? My name is SongForEverything, but you can call me Song, and I am your resident cartoon connoisseur. This video is going to be a little bit different than my critiques. This is going to be completely unscripted because today I watched a movie. And that movie was the 1990 DuckTales feature film, The Legend of the Lost Lamp, or something. I maybe should have written the whole subtitle down, but we're watching DuckTales. With the new movie TV special thing coming up on Disney XD, I was thinking, let's watch this original one and see what I think about it. I have never actually seen DuckTales before. The show, I know of it. Everyone knows the theme song, but I've never actually sat down and watched it. It was before my time. And so I just thought it would be nice to watch it today and give you all my thoughts on it. So here we go. So right off the bat, I can say it looks good. Animation-wise, it looks really solid. Classic Disney. They've always been good at hand-drawn animation, and for a feature film like this one, it was really nice to see that it aged really well because this came out in 1990, and the show itself is from the 80s. So was a little bit worried about it, but not really, because again, it's Disney, and I trust Disney usually with their animation styles. Nice to know that that was a thing. However, also right off the bat, I noticed that it's very hard to understand anything anyone says. I get it. I get why. It's a little quirk they have because they're ducks. And I can understand most of it. It just took a little bit of effort, especially at first. And even if they're not the duck characters, some of them have, Dijon specifically, had a really thick accent. That it was really hard to understand him sometimes. It was not a deal breaker or anything. The movie was still solid. I could still understand what was going on, but that was just a thing I noticed. But you know, that was my first impression of it when the movie first started. So what's the movie about? Basically, Scrooge McDuck has been searching for the treasure of Alibaba, I think, for 40 years, he said, and he finally thinks he found it, so they go hunt it down. Turns out he did find it, so now they have treasure. But it's taken by an evil wizard guy named Murloc, who's specifically trying to go for a lamp that was stolen from him. And it's a genie's lamp, it's a magic lamp, it's Arabian Nights, you know, that story. And Webby's the one that actually finds the lamp and tries to get it for her tea set, because she's a little girl. No one knows what the lamp truly is. So she gets to keep it, and when she's polishing it after they go home, she summons the genie, and hijinks ensue. I can split this movie into 3 parts. There's the Indiana Jones-esque adventure movie part at the beginning, which was really fun. It was fun to see how prepared everyone was. Huey, Dewey, Louie are their equivalent of Boy Scouts, and so they have their own survival tricks. Scrooge McDuck just had every possible survival instinct to have and was prepared for whatever, and it was really fun to watch. It was fun to see them go on their adventure looking for this treasure, and finding this treasure, and it was a good time. The second part of the movie is after they find the genie, who, by the way, side note, this genie duck, he seems to me like he's trying too hard to act like Genie from Aladdin. And then I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, wait a minute, Aladdin didn't happen until after this movie, so clearly Robin Williams is just better. But everyone already knew that. That was my own little tangent. Anyway, so the second part of the movie is when they find the genie and they're going on their wishing adventures. Each holder of the lamp gets 3 wishes. So between 4 duck kids, 12 wishes, which is a lot. And Genie was trying to tell them, hey, but wish small because I don't want people coming after me. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So they're wishing for kid things. Webby wants an elephant, one of them want a sundae. They just wish for stuff kids would wish for. They do the million wishes bit, the wishing for more wishes bit. That's always done and becomes a plot point later. That was fun. But yeah, that was the second part of the movie. And the third part of the movie is a heist. And heist movies. Oh my god, dogs! What is happening? And heist movies are some of my favorite movies sometimes. They're really enjoyable to watch. I always have a fun time with the whole sneaking around, and they're like sneaking into his own building, and I think that's just hilarious. It was really good. And these three parts that I am splitting it into is actually, they're balanced. They make sense. They happen naturally. None of it was ever jarring. The tonal shifts were never surprising. It all played out pretty naturally, and I really appreciated that. Overall, it was really fun. I enjoyed watching it. I might even watch it again at some point. It was really good, and I'm planning on watching the original series at some point. Maybe for a critique, I'm not sure yet. And I am 100% definitely watching the new one. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. But overall, this movie was really good. It was funny. The jokes landed. Not all of the jokes landed. Specifically, Genie's jokes weren't the best because he's so 90s. And this is before 90s became 90s, because this was exactly 1990. So this was when the whole 90s aesthetic was just starting out. It was leaving the 80s and becoming the 90s, and it was painful. So that was my only actual gripe, I think. The rest of it was really fun. It aged really well. Nothing specifically is dating it. Just a little bit of the humor and the nuances of Genie. Not even anybody else's Genie. But it's a good watch. I totally recommend it. I am 100% giving this a tuned-in rating. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. I do plan on doing these more often with movies. All of my cartoon reviews are going to be scripted. But my movie reviews, I just kind of want to talk and share my impressions. So hopefully that's not terrible. I'll see you all next time. Stay perfect the way you are. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff. And follow me on Twitter @ConnoisseurTune. Thanks for watching. Bye.